Hey guys, Jonathan was here for JM Sports 100 and the JM Sports Show. How is it going? I'm here to make NFL picks for Week 12 in the 2014 NFL season. We are coming off of a 10 and 4 week last week, so another good week there. We are 107, 53 and 1 on the year, 700, 419 and 3 is the lifetime record. So we are already 0-1 on the week. We had Kansas City beating Oakland. Oakland, of course, getting the first win of the year, the 24-20 victory that they had on Thursday. So actually, I was wrong. We'd actually be 107, 54 and 1 on the year, 700, 420 and 3 lifetime. So my apologies there. I forgot to add that game in there, but here we go. Let's get underway. Cleveland and Atlanta is our first game here, and I've been pretty high on Cleveland this year. I'm not going to be this week though. Atlanta, Matt Ryan, really good at home. Cleveland is really banged up defensively too. They lost a couple of linebackers last week. I believe there's a defensive end in there that they lost. So Cleveland a little bit banged up defensively, and like I said, Atlanta is pretty good at the Georgia Dome. So I've got the Falcons winning that game there. Tampa Bay and Chicago. Who really knows what to make of this game, to be honest? Chicago is a mess. They should get the win in Chicago, though, I would think. So I'm going to go with the Bears to get the win there. Cincinnati and Houston. This is a coin flip game to me, and it really shouldn't be. But quite frankly, I think we've learned that neither one of these teams are really that good. Houston's kind of what we thought they were. Cincinnati is just kind of up and down. Tough game to pick here, but I am going to go with the Bengals to get the win on the road. Next up, we've got Detroit and New England. Now, I think this game could be a lot tighter than what people think it is going to be. Detroit's got a really good defense, and New England doesn't have a very good pass rush. And a pass rush is, the best way to beat the Lions is to get pressure on Matt Stafford. I don't know if the Patriots can do that. I think because it's at home, the Patriots will get the win. I do think they are the better team. I'm just saying that I don't think that New England is going to rout the Lions by any means. Next up, we've got the Packers and the Vikings. Now, obviously, the Packers need a division win here. They need one really bad, if especially since Detroit has the chance to go down to New England on Sunday. Green Bay needs this win. That offense has been clicking for the Packers. The defense hasn't been bad either. The defense is better at home. Unfortunately for them, this game is in Minnesota. However, the Vikings are a mess. The last time they played, which was on a Thursday night game, it obviously wasn't pretty. As we all know, for those of you who follow that. But another agenda that the Packers probably kind of have is let's try to get out of this Minnesota game healthy because they've got that game against New England next week. Are the Packers going to put up 50 plus again? I don't think so. Are the Packers going to beat the Vikings? Yes, I believe they will. Next up, we have Tennessee and Philadelphia. Philadelphia, of course, is coming out of off of getting destroyed by the Packers last week at Lambeau. They're back at home in Philadelphia. Tennessee is a mess. Yeah, they were able to compete with Pittsburgh on Monday night last week. Don't get too terribly excited about that. I've got the Eagles beating the Titans pretty easily. I think the Eagles and Sanchez will bounce back nicely this week at home. Jacksonville and Indianapolis. What more can you say? You're giving me Jacksonville against Andrew Luck at home. Andrew Luck is going to rip the Jaguars apart, I believe. Next up, we have St. Louis and San Diego. St. Louis is a I don't want to say good. They're an okay 4-6 team. I think good's a little bit of a stretch because they're so inconsistent at the quarterback position. Sean Hill did play well last week, but who knows from week to week what they're gonna get. They are traveling to San Diego. The Chargers are not a great team. They're 6-4, but let's be honest, they struggle with Oakland. So uh, I think St. Louis can keep this game close at least for a while, but I do think the Chargers come away with a win in the end. Arizona and Seattle is our next game. Arizona is one of the very few teams that was able to beat Seattle in Seattle. Can they do it again? I don't think they can. I'm not saying Seattle's great, and I'm not saying Arizona's not great, but I would feel more comfortable about the Cardinals if they had Carson Palmer. I'm not saying I'm not sold on Drew Stanton, but I just okay, maybe I am saying I'm not completely sold on Drew Stanton. I think he's good, but I don't know if he is good enough to get the Cardinals another win in Seattle. I've got the Seahawks getting the win. I do think it'll stay close for a while, but I can see Seattle kind of walking away a little bit at the end. Miami and Denver. This is going to be another close game here, I think, even though it is at home for Denver. Denver is not that great or is just not that great. They're not the team that they were last year. That Miami defense is good. And I think they're going to be able to rattle Peyton Manning a little bit. I think Denver still gets the win, but I think it'll be tight. Washington and San Francisco. I give this game basically zero shot at being tight. Washington is a total dumpster fire. Okay, they have no running game. They don't have much of a passing game. RG3, it's crunch time for RG3. He needs to be successful, and he needs to be successful now because the decision on his option for the Redskins is coming up and coming up quickly. So the Redskins need to decide, do we want to make him our franchise quarterback? If the Redskins are smart, which at times they've shown that they're not, you can't make RG3 your franchise quarterback unless he does something amazing to close out the year for the final 6 games. I don't think it happens. I think the Niners steamroll the Redskins. I'm making that my lock of the week. Sunday night game, Dallas Cowboys, New York Giants. Listen, it's a divisional game, and usually I think, usually I'm going to call divisional games to be tight. I think this one could be kind of a blowout here for Dallas. Let's face it about the Giants. They're just a disaster. Eli Manning is not playing well right now. The whole team is not playing well right now. Dallas is getting healthy and coming off a bye. Dallas 8-1 off byes. They're pretty good. Like I said, off a bye week. They played well in London against Jacksonville, which I didn't really see happening, but they did that. Tony Romo had the week off, obviously, with no contact or anything, so he's obviously getting healthier. I've got the Cowboys going on the road and getting a big win in Sunday Night Football. Now to the two Monday night games: New York Jets, Buffalo Bills. I don't know what to say about this game because I don't know how the weather that they had to deal with back in Buffalo is going to affect them, or the switching locations of the games. Plus, I don't really know that too many people really care, so I'm just gonna give my pick right now. I'm going with Buffalo to get the win. Monday Night Football, we've got the Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints. Saints need a win badly. I don't think it really matters who's going to win the NFC, who wins the NFC South. The winner of the NFC South is not going to be great because that is a bad division right now, to be honest. Um, Honestly, I'm giving the Saints the win, and I'm only giving it to home field advantage, which could be a problem because the Saints have shown that this year the home field advantage thing uh, not meaning a whole lot. They haven't played well at home. Obviously, the last couple of weeks with the Niners and the Bengals, but I do think they'll be able to come out in prime time on Monday night and get the win against the Ravens. I've got them winning the game 24-20, so I think it'll be close, but I think the Saints come out on top. Alright, that was a quicker game, and that was a quicker video, so I'm pretty glad about that. So I apologize if it wasn't very good, but I was trying to speed it up a little bit. So there we go. I guess like I've said the last few weeks, all that matters is that we're winning, and we are. So don't forget to like the James Sports Show page on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Links will be in the description. That is going to do it for me. I am Jonathan Was Up for JM Sports 100 and the JM Sports Show, and I will see you guys later.